As we all know now, India is the second largest producer of bamboo. Also, surprisingly, India is also the largest importer of bamboo, which is a contradiction in sorts. This is not to say that bamboo use is so very prevalent in India, so much prevalent that we have to look beyond our sources of supply and we have to import bamboo. It is just that we do not utilize our bamboo and instead import bamboo and bamboo products from elsewhere, which means we do not realize the value of our bamboo and develop them into valuable products. Because of which countries like China and smaller countries like Vietnam, Thailand also get away and they export bamboo products to us. Herein lies a great opportunity for us to realize. In the secondary agriculture sector, agriculture, we've done well in this country from a net food grains importer in the 1965s, going to various countries with a begging bowl. Now we are the third largest exporter of agricultural produce in the world. Not much scope remains for growth in the agriculture sector. There is scope, but there isn't tremendous scope for growth in the agriculture sector. We need to diversify in the agriculture sector. Already animal husbandry growth is overtaking the crop based growth in the agricultural arena. So we have to look to alternative crops such as bamboo to realize greater growth in the agriculture sector and in the secondary agriculture sector as it is called. Now the time for bamboo has come with so many bamboo enthusiasts like Mr. Pasha Patel and others who are present here who are so committed to the cause of bamboo's development. Also, we see so much innovation taking place, so many good bamboo products are there which can act as effective import substitutes, be it for the wooden flooring, be it for alcohol, which acts as an effective import substitute for the petroleum-based fuels, and for furniture, which again is made out of imported wood. So bamboo can act as an effective import substitute, which is what the Secretary Rural Development was also mentioning in his address. So that's how we should look at bamboo. I would not speak very highly of our panelists, of our participants, and the conclusions they came to. We started at the beginning of this conference to say that we need to develop the bamboo value chain in an integrated manner, look at all the steps in the value chain and bring them to reality, right from production of bamboo, processing, producing products out of that, to scale, and to, when we say to scale, to global scale, because you have to compete with a strong competitor like China to be able to succeed at the global scale, which requires obviously marketing networks and moving beyond that, developing entrepreneurs and developing micro enterprises which can help alleviate poverty for self-help groups women. This is the value chain that we are talking about. Today morning I was scouring the internet, some sites of the National Bamboo Mission to see various conferences that have been held in bamboo, on the bamboo value chain development, sector development, etc. etc. And I was surprised to say that what recommendations we are making are not much different from what recommendations have been made in the past. In the past year, 2 years, and 3 years. We are making the same recommendations over and over again and taking less of them to realization, to fruition. And that's where all the stakeholders need to purposefully come together and make the bamboo opportunity a reality, not only for the entrepreneurs, but for the poor self-help group women who would benefit from this tremendously. I would like to share one thought here based on my experience working with the sugar industry. I was managing director of a cooperative sugar mill in Pondicherry. The way the sugar industry operates, the sugar mill operates is that the sugar cane is grown in the catchment area of the mill. the farmers are assured of their prices for sugarcane because they supply to the mill. Mill commits to buy that sugarcane. They give the planting material. Sugarcane is harvested, and then they get the price almost immediately at the farm gate based on the amount of sugar which is available in the cane. Similarly, we've been talking about this, Shanti Kumari would know, right from our training time, right from our probation time, to say that, look, farmers have to be provided backward and forward linkages. Today, more than I think 32 years down the line, we're still talking about the same thing. Providing effective backward and forward linkages to farmers to make the farm-based enterprises successful. So that is the key to the success of the farm-based enterprises. Drawing an analogy from the sugar mill, I am saying that why don't we develop enterprises based on the potential, bamboo potential of each area. Supposing in the Northeast, we have a lot of bamboo which can be used for construction activities. Let us try to develop one big enterprise, one big entrepreneur who would take forward the construction sector in the Northeast. Harvest that bamboo, develop construction-based products out of that from the Northeastern bamboo. And then link up that major entrepreneur with smaller enterprises, these self-help groups. And for this coordinated effort to happen, we need to have an overarching organizer in the form of a National Bamboo Development Corporation who would take risks, take failures, and ultimately bring about the transformation, looking at the overall profitability of the sector. Overall profitability can be there for the sector. I think we therefore need to urgently move in the direction of setting up of a National Bamboo Development Corporation, which will take some failures, some risks, ultimately be profitable. And we need to identify the potential of each area. If some area like Mr. Pasha Patel is saying and passionate about Nandurbar district in Maharashtra, and there you can have bamboo which can be converted into biofuel, so be it. Have a biofuel plant which is attached to that bamboo growing area. So the farmers are assured of pricing. When they bring that bamboo to his refinery, to his distillery, they would get the price for bamboo and they would continue to grow that. Likewise, in other areas also, we can develop industry scale products and try to bring about, develop a big entrepreneur who would compensate the bamboo farmers. Also take forward his products work by way of outsourcing to the micro enterprises. That's how I think we have to organize. Otherwise, we will be moving round and round in circles through various conferences, making the same recommendations and not moving anywhere. We need to have a good, firm institutional mechanism, be it through the National Bamboo Mission or through others, a good institutional architecture to succeed in this sector, and there is an opportunity waiting to happen. Not only for the entrepreneurs, but also for the poor self-help group women who can be transformed into micro-enterprises. All that is required is a little bit of organization, little bit of institution building that we should be able to bring about. In addition, one of our participants, Mr. Mehta, has been mentioning, and I acknowledge that, we need to have common facilities centers. Not everyone can produce even the micro-enterprise based products. There is demand enough for micro-enterprise based products. Small household articles can be made, substitutes for plastics, substitute for wood products, such as he was showing a flask, copper bottom flask made out of bamboos. Very, very simple to look at. All that you have to do, cut the small bamboo comb into a flask size, put a copper casing in it. On top of it, you just fit a lid made again of bamboo, and that's it, it's made. Now to say this simple thing cannot be made by our micro enterprises. We can only do primary processing. It is risky, it is difficult. All these things speak of nihilism, speak of negativism, lack of confidence in ourselves. If we believe in ourselves, we can take the micro enterprise women forward and pull them out of poverty. If we disbelieve in ourselves, we'll keep talking in these conferences, making the same recommendations over and over again. We need to therefore move purposefully, create an institutional mechanism led by the government. Even if government does not step in, there are good entrepreneurs like Mr. Pasha Patel. I'd like to suggest and recommend to them to create a network of entrepreneurs who see the opportunity, set up good enterprises, and pay appropriate price to the bamboo farmers, link it forward to outsourcers by way of micro enterprises, and we can make this opportunity happen. We can realize the potential of this. And most importantly, as I was mentioning, I would like to make these recommendations in the presence of Mr. P.K. Swain, with whom with great difficulty we got, and he was also kind enough to come forward in spite of his traveling to be part of this discussion. He just landed at the airport, rushed to his office, joined us, and we really thank him. But I would like to suggest to Mr. Swain that the National Bamboo Mission also needs to move purposefully in the direction of setting up, in the direction of this institutional building. This small institutional building can make a large change in the bamboo sector and a large transformative change which will benefit all across the country, entrepreneurs and micro enterprises. And we need to make this happen. Also, as a step in this direction, we've said this in the beginning, that we should have a resource center which would support all stakeholders across the value chain, be they suppliers of bamboo, farmers of bamboo, be they processors of bamboo, bamboo entrepreneurs who may be distilleries, who may be those who are aggregating the bamboo products, or be they micro enterprises. These two simple steps, if we take, I think we can make a meaningful and purposive difference to this sector, which is to have the small institutional mechanism put in place and also have a resource center to capacitate these enterprises and the entrepreneurs. Thank you so much.